Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where today, well, not today, but this video, we're going to get this painted. The final paint. We've already painted the silver. So what's, well, last few videos, if you haven't watched it, you can watch it. We painted the silver a couple of weeks ago. That's where the stripes and everything are going silver. And then the rest is going black. But while the silver was drying, I went ahead and put headers, X-pipe, dual exhaust, race exhaust with one chamber mufflers. Made a video on that. And then I bought a Chinese knockoff quadrajet carburetor and kind of a high-rise intake, aluminum, off of eBay, and put that on last video. So yeah, she runs. And then we've got a new thick spark plug wires, spark plugs, and spark plug boots to keep the wires from burning up against the headers. So she's done mechanically. Sounds great. I can't wait to take it for a test drive, but we'll do that after it's painted. Got new valve covers that a friend gave me years ago. Bought a new air cleaner. Yeah, if you want to watch, make sure you watch those videos. We had to do a little modification on some brackets and stuff, putting the headers on. So everything you need to know about problems you're going to run into putting headers and stuff like that on, or even swapping from a 2-barrel to a 4-barrel. Watch those videos, because it's the little stuff that'll really help you out. Okay, so let's get back to the paint. I think that's about over mechanically. Well, here's the old master cylinder. It was leaking at the back, and I put the one from the parts car on, filled it up, emptied out the old stuff, filled it up with new stuff, but I haven't bled the brakes yet. So I'll probably do that. I haven't even checked the brake pedal yet, but okay. So all that's pretty much left, since the interior's done, mechanical's done, is the paint. So the car is absolutely filthy. I am bordered by 3 dirt roads, and I got a couple of speed racers that live over here that floor it all the way down this road, all the way down this road and out. And then this is the main road here, and they fly down here. It's all dirt, gravel road, and it's always a haze of dust around here because of that. And that's why all my cars get a big old coat of dust on them. So you can see all these, even underneath the carport. Look how filthy they are. And I can wash them, but a couple of days later they'll look like this again. So why wash them? See, they're absolutely filthy. But it don't hurt the car, you know. As long as you're not grinding it in and touching it or whatever, it'll wash off. But that's why a lot of times I don't drive them much, because of that. You know, you can't drive them looking like that. So before you drive them, you got to wash them off. I mean, wash them like rinse and then soap and get it all clean. So yes, if it wasn't for that, I'd probably drive these older cars more. Okay, so this is filthy right now, but it'll wash off. It sat for a few days inside the shop after I painted this silver, so it's dry. Whatever water spots, dirt spots, whatever, it'll just wash off. We're going to wash it before we paint it. Okay, so the silver is getting 2 wide stripes from about here to here with a little stripe beside it. So I don't want to grind in the dirt too much. I'm going to show you how we're going to measure it off. We're going to measure it from the center out. And then put a 1/4 inch. I got a bunch of 1/4 inch tape, masking tape. I'm going to tape off the stripe, and it'll have a big stripe, then a little stripe. You know, I'll show you. But like the Nova, like the Chevelle, you know, you can't see the Chevelle stripes. It's so friggin' dirty. But anyway, part of this video is going to be how to do stripes. It basically, you measure from the center out to just where you want the stripe. I don't think these cars came factory with stripes, so it's not a concourse restoration. I'm doing it what I like, so it doesn't have to be exact. Somebody sent me an email with all the exact measurements of these bottom stripes and how 1 7/8, and you know, I'm just gonna mask it off the way I like it. I'm not gonna Jesus. So yeah, it doesn't have to be. And that was for Laguna stripes. That's kind of what we're going to do on the side. We'll get to that. So do it how you like it. If you want little skinny stripes, masking off skinny stripes. I like wide stripes, so I'm probably going to go to about here. And then measure from there to there, wherever you want it. Mask it off. Repeat measurement on this side. And then you measure your stripe. And do it on the trunk. Now I'm going to do the roof too. I painted the roof silver. You can see how dirty it is. And the back. Now I painted the silver a few weeks ago. Got a bunch of bugs in it. I can live with everything except for this trunk. Got a bunch of little gnat looking things, and I scraped them with a razor blade after it was dry. So I may have to spot in this area. But I'm going to do that after it's painted. So whatever length you got on the hood, then you just find the center. Your center is going to be right in the trunk lock. Measure it up here. Go to right there. Measure from there to there. Find your center, and then go from there. Put your stripe, you know, from here. Measure the hood, how wide you got it. Same with the roof. Okay, so that's the stripes. Now you can have the stripe just coming right down and ending, covering it, or we'll probably do like this and make it come like that. Not quite sure, but most likely, because that's the way we're going to do the front. The front stripes are going to be just coming down here like this. Like that, instead of going all the way. Yeah. Well, I don't have the silver here, so that's what I planned on doing. Okay, so that's the stripes. Now what I wanted, because originally I'd like to get new chrome around the wheel wells. Well, this car was built out of a parts car. So the chrome wheel well moldings from this car and the parts car, every single one of them were dented up. So, and pretty bad. I mean, like 20 door dings in each one. So I thought, well, let's do a silver. Let's paint this silver like the Laguna old 442 type thing, where they got silver here and then a little silver stripe. And then I was going to paint, well, have it come down here and then right across, and then have it silver all the way down. Okay, and so I decided that I wanted a stripe like this instead of from here down silver. I wanted a stripe here, so this will be silver like that, and then black from the molding up to wherever I decide. Okay, so I was laying on the silver. You can't see too good on the stripes and the sides and the bottom very good. Well, I got some runs. I got a run right in here, so I sanded that down a little bit, so it's gonna go be right in the way. And plus, I didn't think I got enough silver up top because I planned on just painting it silver from here down. Now the stripe, I'm thinking it's gonna be in here somewhere. So instead of repainting the silver, I'm just gonna, it's got silver, but not enough up here. You know, I painted, you know, you can see, I don't know if you can see the shades, but it's lots of silver from here. Not so much here. So if it overlaps, it's okay. After it's all painted and dried and everything else, I'll mask it off and shoot a little silver again. Because I got to do the deck lid anyway. Okay, so that's, until it's masked off, you might not be able to know what I'm talking about. I got a run in this area too, so. Okay, so that's what we got to do. What I've got to do is sand as much as I can. I'm going to get a bucket of water and some 400 grit. And I'm gonna sand, like you can see the silver where I masked it off, painted the silver, all the overspray here. We're just gonna sand all this with water, sand everything, but not where it's gonna be masked up. But we don't know exactly where yet until we actually mask it off. So I can't like sand in here and then so what we got to do is, no silver's going to be from here over, so we're going to sand all this black here, because we're going to be painting all that. And then later on, after I sand, and then I'll sand down to about here. So there'll be lots of sanding to do. Well, then I'm going to wash it. Then after it's washed and dried, we're going to bring it in and mask it. Then we'll have to dry sand the area. Once we've masked off the stripes, then I'm just going to take some hand dry sandpaper and sand off up to the lines, and then use a wet paper towel and just wipe off the dust, because after it's masked up, you can't wash the car again. You'll ruin all the masking tape and everything. Okay, so that's the way I got to do it. You know, it's only going to go stripe up to here, so we'll sand from here up. All this overspray, we'll sand all this area. We're going to sand all this front. I think all I'm going to take off is the headlight bezels. We're going to sand all this black here that I painted already, because we're going to reshoot that. And then up the roof, we can sand about from here over. So we'll sand all this. That's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Just going to get a bucket of water, a little bit of soap, some sandpaper. Okay, let's go over the paint. Now, I'm not sure how to title this. I guess you'll already know by, but there's a light cigarette. So I usually title it, you know, whatever the paint cost, 135 bucks, 150 bucks, something like that. I painted my car for 135 bucks, like the Camaro, I think it was 135. I painted my Camaro for 135 bucks. Well, that gets a lot of views. I think got quite a few views on when I do that. But this one's two-tone, so I bought the silver and then I bought the black. So it's not double the price, because I got the silver for half price, and I only used half the silver. I still got another half gallon of silver I can paint another car with, or a two-tone, like the Scooby-Doo van. It might be like 3 or 4 different colors, so I can use a half gallon here, a quart here of paint that I got. So I can't really say I'm spending double the money on this. So I'm not sure exactly how to word this title. Okay, so I originally bought a gallon of black. It wasn't like 135 bucks. Gallon of black acrylic enamel off of eBay. The kit comes with a gallon of paint, reducer, hardener, activator, and it even comes with stir sticks and strainers and all that. Okay, I don't have everything quite worked out. I think it's right here. I think this is the black here. Okay, but I used half of this black on the under the hood, under the trunk, the wheel wells, door jambs, stuff like that. Okay, so I used I used half of it, and now the other half would paint the car no problem. But it's the same paint manufacturer as the Camaro. Camaro, it painted okay, but it just looks a little dull, not as shiny as I'd like, because I had to stop using my main paint that I used to use because it's just the price has gone up so drastically. This Nissan 2K urethane, it's 285 bucks just for the black, plus 85 for the hardener, plus reducer. So with this stuff was 135 for everything. So you paint the car for 135, or you paint your car for 285 plus 85 plus another 10-20 bucks worth of reducer. So what's that? Over 400 bucks. 400 or 135. So that's why I started painting cars with the acrylic. But so what I bought, okay, well, this was a silver. We went over this when I painted the car silver. This is the silver I got from my local paint store because they had a whole bunch of, you can see it's old. It's old in the back, and they don't sell it no more. And it's just sitting there, and he sold it to me for 75 bucks. So that's what I painted the silver with. It was a pretty good deal, but they don't have black, and they don't have colors. You can't pick your color. Just whatever color's on the shelf, he'll sell you. Okay, but luckily I found silver. I didn't think he would have it. Okay, so I painted the Avalanche with Summit white single stage, and it's called acrylic urethane. Now it's supposed to be better than just acrylic, than the black I was showing you. This is the black, this is the red painted the Camaro with. So I went on Summit's web page. They got a bunch of different blacks. They got gloss black, satin, flat black, and then jet black, whatever that is. So this kit was $159. Now it doesn't include reducer, but I got a gallon of reducer. And you're actually, they say you don't really need it, but if you want to thin it down a little bit, you can add a little bit of reducer. So pretty much it's thinned down already. But yeah, so anyway, it should be all you need to paint your car. It was $159, delivered, tax and everything, $159. So compared to $135, you know, it's 25 bucks more. 45, yeah, 25 bucks more to use acrylic urethane. I don't know how long it's been. Has it been about a year or so since I painted the Avalanche? It's still shiny and everything, so and it actually seemed to paint a little bit smoother than the plain acrylic. So anyway, I used black quite a bit, so I figured, well, let me just buy another gallon of black. I'll only use not even half of this to paint the Malibu, right? So I'll have another half to paint another car or to use for a two-tone job. but usually with black you can paint a car in 2 coats. We may put 3 coats on it, but really you can paint a car with 2 coats in black. So anyway, I'm gonna have a lot left over. I'll have a bunch left over from this and this to paint another car black. So really, you know, my next car that I paint black, it'll be free paint job. I mean, I could put it free, but we're basically going to split the cost. See, so you know what's it cost to paint this? Well, half a gallon of black. What's half of 159? 80 bucks. 80 bucks and half of 75. 40 bucks. So 120 bucks plus a little bit of reducer. Anyway, guys, even with two-tone paint, it's going to be under 150 bucks to you know, about 150 bucks to paint this 2-tone. Okay, well then you got to buy, you know, tack rags, masking tape, paper, stuff like that. But okay, so that's what we are painting it with, the Summit stuff, non-sponsored, but the silver is the Nissan 2K. Okay, so I think, you know, I got a lot of this stuff cleaned up. I had carburetors and just crap just everywhere from doing all the carbon intake and header job. There's the old intake and 2-barrel. No low horsepower crap. We got some high performance, high rise aluminum, lightweight, free flowing non-EGR, no catalytic converter. We just got a free flowing. You're gonna drastically up the horsepower on this car. I've driven it around here a few times. It sounds and feels pretty powerful. You know, just smoke them tires. Well, smoke them on the dirt and the gravel I got around here. I didn't want to get too carried away. But yeah, we will take it on a good test drive after it's painted, put together, all that stuff on the next video after this. We'll put it all together, unmask it, stuff like that. We'll go over how much everything cost to build it, test drive, all that stuff. But anyway, the old exhaust system there. That's the old, we took all this old crappy stuff off there and got race dual exhaust X-pipe kit on it. Okay, so I got to clear all this stuff out. I got to clear all this stuff, this stuff. I already cleared a lot of it out. Put all the carburetors back over here. And then we're going to paint it right here. Got some lights here. There's going to be a lot of light. And hopefully the bugs stay away. Kind of worried about the heat. Last time, usually bugs come out at night, so I painted it during the day, the silver, but they still came out. I don't notice them unless I'm painting a car. You know, I don't see them flying around here since. I don't know, they're attracted to metal or paint or something. So anyway, we got to figure out a good time to paint it in here. But in your shop or garage or whatever, you just blow out all the dust. I'm not gonna go overboard and wet the floor and magnetize the chains hanging from the rear end or nothing like that. I'm not worried about dust and dirt as much as I am bugs. And plus, it's, you know, I don't care. It doesn't have to be a perfect show car finish. It's gonna look pretty damn good. Okay, so that's what we got to do too, is just blow out all the dust, put all the stuff away. And we're painting it with a cheap Harbor Freight gun, $10. That's my last one that was 10 bucks. Well, I still got this one I was using for primer. Started spraying a little bad, so got the last new one there. I got another new one there. And we're going to paint it with a Harbor Freight gun and a little compressor. That's all you need. Okay, so I guess that's all we need to go over. I've got plenty of videos on painting, guys, and I ramble quite a bit about what to use and what to do. It's kind of getting monotonous of saying it in every video, but okay. Okay, well, I'll come back when I got a bucket of water and some wet and dry sandpaper, and I'll show you a little bit of sanding, and then we're going to take it over here and wash it all down real good with soap and sponge and everything, because it's just ground in with dirt and crap. We'll wash it real good, and it'll probably be tomorrow we'll pull it in there and start masking it off. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, let's start back here before it gets dark. So I got a bucket of water here. We'll just like, you could wash it first, I guess, but just gonna wipe all the dirt and stuff off, so we don't grind the dirt into the paint and make gouges. So this is a piece of 400 grit, fold it 3 ways, and dip it in the water. And then, like I said, we're just going to sand it. Well, we can sand it up a little bit, a couple inches here. We don't want to get too far, because so I said this silver, it's been out here for a couple of weeks now drying, so it's completely dry now. If you were to paint base coat, which is way more expensive paint, you would you could paint that the next day. I mean, clear it the next day or paint your second color. But we don't use base coat, clear coat, at least not too often. I have on a couple of cars, the red Corvette over there, but 99% of the time we just use that single stage enamel. I don't like clear very much, but anyway, that's what you do. You sand it down to the overspray and texture, and all that's out of it. Okay, and then we're gonna resand. I painted all these black before I mounted them on there, all these little taillight extension things. That's why I didn't really like that first black. It's seemed a little orange peely, even though I thinned it down. So that's why, one of the reasons I decided to try that Summit again brand. Anyway, what you want is you want that just smooth as can be. Then we got some silver. Got some silver here on this edge. We're just gonna sand everything out till you can't feel it. That's just stuff that I had when edges from when I masked off the taillight area, so we can get paint all on here. Okay, so that's basically just, you know, it shouldn't take that long to just get all this really smooth. See, just keep doing that till you can't feel anything and it's real smooth. Okay, so that's pretty much, like I said, we're going to go over it from the stripes are going to go from here down, so we can sand down to here. We'll sand there and a couple inches above here. We'll sand, you know, because it's going to have overspray everywhere. So okay, so that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sand the whole car. Up here, same thing. We can do a couple inches. You can see the line here where I get some more water. The line here where I masked it off. So we can sand a couple inches down here. We'll sand all that. And like I said, once we mask off the stripes, we'll just have to use this dry sanded. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to do, guys. Same with this front end here. We'll probably just get this little edge right here, maybe about an inch, and then we'll sand all this smooth too. This is, you know, I just, all these parts, I just laid them out here and painted them outside, so that's why they're a little bit, you know, not smooth or anything. Okay, so we're just going to smooth all of this black area out, and we'll sand from, the stripes are going from here over, so we can sand from here to here. So we're going to sand all this all the way up to here. I don't have, I only painted the silver up to here, but there's, like I said, there's overspray and stuff here, so we're just going to sand everything smooth. Okay, so let me get that done, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay guys, I want to show you product. I usually use a air powered impact. That Craftsman I've had for years. It works great, but of course you gotta, you know, turn on the air compressor to use it. So I've always wanted to buy an electric one. Well, I got this from a sponsor, mainly so I can go out here in the yard and take off parts faster. So this is it here. Avrit. It's supposed to be a pretty powerful one. I forget what the stats are on it, but anyway, it was well packed, 2 boxes. I just started taking off these deals here. Comes with extra parts. It's a charger, 2 batteries. Pretty heavy, and sockets, extension. I've already got a newer socket set, so we don't know if these are charged up or not. They might be, but oh yeah. Let's see if any of these are the right lug. We'll try to take off. There's one right there. Let's reverse. Oh, right. Loosen it right up. Wow. Easy. That's pretty powerful, guys. I could feel my arm kind of twist. I think that's man, that's small writing, but I think that's what tells you the battery's charged up. Yeah, that's I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's just you guys probably know how to use an impact. Just on, off. Oh, it should have should it have you know, you got the reverse button there, but whether you can lessen the torque on it, probably can. I just have to quickly read through all this stuff, but oh, 3 positions: forward, reverse, and lock. Oh, you turn the turn something clockwise. Well, Yeah, that was the battery level there. Okay guys, well, I'm going to put a link and stuff in the description for this. It seems pretty powerful. Figure out how to lessen the torque on it, because that seems pretty torquey. You don't want something on there with 200 pounds of pressure and then try to take it off on the side of the road with a hand lug wrench. You'll never get it off. I don't like stuff that tightens up too much. Taking stuff off, great. I go over in the yard, take stuff off. Okay, well, I just figured I'd show you that product, something I can use and something you could use. Hopefully it's a good deal. Like I said, I'll put the link and stuff in the description. And, oh, it's 21 volts. Yeah, so it's pretty powerful thing there. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, it's pitch black out there, and just washed the car in the dark. Okay, thousands of these little, see, there's two different kinds. There's these little gnats, they get in my hair. And then these other little, see, mini mosquito looking things. Anyway, they're all over. You know what's funny? That AI and stuff is getting pretty dangerous. So I get, like that impact I just showed you, I get messages in my inbox. Most of the stuff I don't get, because it's just gaming stuff and pillows and stuff I don't need, or you guys don't need. Not related to what I'm doing. Well, what came in there today was an insect trap. It was only like 18 bucks. A trap with whatever's in there to attract fruit flies, and it said gnats and flies and stuff. And I was like, man, what, you know, something. They must have known. So anyway, guys, you know, I can mask it off and stuff, but I can't paint like this. I'm not going to be painting it tonight. So we're going to have to paint it during the day and just hope for the best. Okay, so I washed it, wiped it down with some paper towels. See, the hood didn't get it too bad. It's just that, yeah, there are a few little... Anyway, I ordered some 1/4 inch tape. They came kind of bent. I don't know if they were bent this bad or it's just the heat since. But anyway, we're going to try it. Usually this is more of a paper, this is more of a vinyl. You can use either one. Okay, so we're going to start with the hood. And like I said, we're going to we can put a piece right down the middle here and then measure from there where you want to go. Okay, not really going to measure by, we're going to measure by a piece of tape. I'm going to eyeball where I want it, then get a piece of tape and mark it with a marker, and then so I can do the same on this side and the same on the roof and the trunk. Okay, so let me just do that. Let me just lay this out now. I'll show you. And plus, so we get a piece of tape from here to where you want the stripe, and then, well, you can either do it from here or this stripe over to here. And I'll just use a piece of tape, mark it, and then take that big piece of tape and put it over here. See all these little things floating around. To get it over to here. Okay, so let me just do that, and I'll be back and show you. Okay guys, that's going to be the stripe. That's how wide they're going to be. Well, it's going to have a stripe, the stripe, and then a little pinstripe beside it. Okay, so I just used a piece of masking tape. This would go in the middle. Just put a piece of tape here. And see, that goes on the edge there. And then I use this piece here. And I'm going to do it with one hand. Basically something like that. Yeah, I'm going to screw this up. Anyway, the mark goes to here. So just take that piece and go all the way up. Make sure it's even all the way across. Same with this. Okay, and then we'll use these for the other side. So I already kind of marked that with a pen. So this side will start right in there. Then we'll use this piece over here, from here to over to here, and mark it. Okay, so let me do that, and then we're going to mark, we're going to use 2 pieces of tape here. We got to put 2 beside here and 2 beside here, and then we got to peel the one middle one out. The one in the middle that we're peeling out is just your space in between the stripe. So it's going to be silver, then a black 1/4 inch, and then silver here, and then the rest of this will be black. Okay, so let me mark that out and I'll be back. Okay guys, so just did 2 beside that, so you just line it up. These are 1/4 inch pin or masking tape, if I didn't mention that. Okay, so we got 3 on each one, so then you just take the middle one out. You don't need that. That's just a spacer to get the right space in between the 2 of them. So you can take that out, throw it away, or actually reuse it for the spacer on this side if it doesn't get too mangled up. It might. Okay, see, so that's it. It's going to be silver, silver, and then that's going to be black, or that's going to be silver. It's going to be silver from here over, then that's silver, and then underneath, or from here to here is going to be black. So black, silver. Okay, it's just this is screwing everything up here. Silver, yeah, under here silver, then black, silver, and then this will all be black. We'll take this out once we get this side measured. But we're gonna curve this around here like that once I get the other side done. So let me get the other side done like this, and then we'll finish it off. Okay guys, I got the 2 stripes laid out. Now, did the same kind of thing here. I'm going to take out the middle like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, instead of having it squared like this, I like it more rounded. So I'm just going to freehand this area, curve it a little bit, this one curve it a little bit, and cut the edges off with a razor blade, and same with this one. So I just want this just curved a little bit, those areas. I mean, it'll probably look all right like that, but I just like the curved part better. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I just curved them corners like that. So all you would do is put your paper from here to here in the middle. But I think what I'll do, see all these, well, unless you use adhesion promoter, but I just like to use sandpaper and get sand right up to the edge here, and then same with here. And then what we're going to do, instead of blowing out the car, is wet down a piece of paper towel and wipe it. So we're going to sand all that. You don't sand this. This is staying shiny silver. Same with what's underneath the tape. Okay, and basically here's all my little pieces of tape for measuring. These are the same. I just made 3 of them from here to here. And then here there's a stripe from here to here. So I'll use that when we do the roof and the trunk. Look at this trunk though. Look at these bugs. And that's what got in my paint. I don't know when they're supposed to die off. I don't know. I've never had a problem before with them, so I don't know where they come from. One of them comes out every 7 years or 17 years or some crap. But anyway, you want the middle set right with the lock, go up, and basically straight over the roof. Get your center line and measure over. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to round off the stripe there. And yeah, but I'm going to do that tomorrow because it's getting late. And I think Nikki's about ready to come in. Hey Nikki, ready to come in the house? Ready to come in the house, girl? She's all excited. Okay, well hang on, Nikki. Hang on, Nikki. I'll be out here in just a minute, okay? Nikki's ready to come in the house. I don't know if you can see, it's pretty dark, but okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'll come back when I get all the stripes masked up, and then we'll start. Oh yeah, then we gotta mask off the stripe along the bottom and the wheel well. I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. And then we mask off the rest of the car and paint it. I did order windshield today. It'll probably be in, well, it might be in tomorrow or the next day. But it looks like I'll just go ahead and put it on after it's painted. It ain't no big deal. So yeah, 175 bucks. Okay, well I'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay guys, it's been a few days. I had some other stuff to do. Plus I put in the new windshield. I'm not going to put it on this video. I recorded a little how-to thing on it. But this video is going to be too long. So I'll put it in another video, or I'll put it on my Facebook page. I got a Clunkers and Classics on Facebook. And I'll post smaller, shorter videos that don't take too long to upload like YouTube does. And I'll put it on there, maybe another video. Okay, so this took a long time to mask off, guys. But there's, you can see the blue tape outline. That's going to be a Laguna type stripe. Not exact, but yeah, well, thanks for the guy that sent the dimensions or measurements or whatever for it. But yeah, I didn't use them. This is what I envisioned to stripe. Well, not at first. I wanted to stripe, like I said, from the chrome up, but then I decided on this stripe and realized the Laguna was that. So anyway, you can see so here's the stripes going to be on the back going up the roof. Now I kind of screwed up a little bit on the silver paint. I should have painted the silver way over here, so it's really thin here, and it's a little bit dry right here. So hell, I might have to repaint the silver on that anyway. I mean, it's anyway, this side here, same thing, stripe all the way down. 2 stripes on the hood. So I'm just going over the final sanding. Some little areas there. You can see I sanded most all the areas around it. This where I got that run, that's gonna have to be spotted in. But You see where it's a little thin up here. So yeah, I may end up repainting all the silver, or just kind of spotting it in, and you know, 90% of it's good. It's just that you got a single stage. Instead of clearing it, we're gonna just repaint it instead of trying to spot in some clear buffing and all that stuff. Okay, so I think that's about it. Just gonna final sand around the edges, blow it off, bring it in there, and start laying down some paper mask. You know, it'll be paper all over the stripe here. Just be all paper, and I got to get the windows and all that. And I can't paint it at night, so it's probably gonna be tomorrow before I paint it. Be just a few minutes for you guys, but okay, so let me do that and I'll show you after it's masked and ready to paint. We'll go over a few things, and then I'll video some paint action. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, she's ready to paint. Got it all masked up. I wiped it down with a wet paper towel. It was pretty clean. So last night I quit around midnight. For some reason there wasn't that many bugs. There was a few. So I kept the door closed until this morning. Now it's about 10 a.m. It's already hot, but it's not where I'm gonna be sweating, but it will be in about an hour or two. So hopefully it only take about an hour to paint this. The paint probably dry pretty quick, as we don't want to sweat dripping onto the paint. So yeah, we'll probably put 3 coats on it. It isn't going to take that much paint. Black cover's really good. I got a tack rag I'm going to tack over at one time. But anyway, when I came out here this morning, there was no bugs on it. So maybe it's because I had the lights off all night, and maybe the lights attract the little bugs onto in here. So anyway, I'm just trying to figure out the secret here to finding the exact time to paint this. Okay, these are the little bezels for the marker lights. I'm just going to paint them right there, paint it, flip it over, get the edges real good. Just put a couple of coats on that. Okay, I got a tack rag here. Bought a bag of them there off of eBay, and we're just going to final tack it. Now I didn't use any wax and grease remover, because normally you would just for me, normally just wash the car with soap and water. That's good enough. But this one, we did a bunch of see, there's a little bit of something on there. We did all that mechanical work, exhaust intake and everything. So I did have a few little smudge marks on it, handprints. So I wiped that over with reducer. I just used a rag with reducer, paper towel, and just wiped it real quick. Okay, I just wiped this down with water. It should be all right. Just you do this right before you paint it. Go over the paper too, in case there's anything. Okay, these cheap Harbor Freight guns, always have 2 of them on hand. Glad I bought that the other day, because this one I've only painted the silver with. It's still great, but I just put some thinner. Thinner was out of it. I usually put thinner in and spray it after I paint to clean it, and it was empty, and I thought, that's weird. Put a little thinner in there, sprayed it to clean it, and it's all dripping from the bottom. All dripping from the bottom here. There's something inside. So you can't have that painting the car. So I had one new one here. We got that going. Got the paint mix, put half of it in here. It is pretty thin. Got some reducer if I get to thin it out. Got the hardener here. So yeah, I'll set you up on, I got this little cheap GoPro here. Hero 4. We'll set that up here somewhere and I'll show you me painting it. Like I said, hopefully we can just go 3 coats, 1, 2, 3, all the way around and be done with it. And then hopefully it'll dry pretty quick. So I think that's about all. Got the garage door closed, fan going. If you wanted to, you put a piece of cardboard, if it's kind of windy, wind coming in, which it's not, you put a piece of cardboard there. Sometimes I do that. Other than that, we got the lights. We should be all set, and everything settled down overnight. The doors were closed, all the dust and everything settled. So as long as you're not spraying the blowing air and stuff and stirring up all the dust, it'll be fine. Because it's impossible to get all the dust out. You just got to let it settle and then just don't disturb it, and it'll be fine. Okay, I think that's about it, guys. I'll set you up on the GoPro and we'll start spraying. Okay guys, it's painted. I think I showed the first coat and the last coat. I put 3 coats on there. Yeah, it's only been about an hour. Man, it's dry. It's like an oven in here. Anyway, no trash, no bugs. It painted really smooth. Oh, and I was showing over here, it started, show you on the gun. Now I drained the compressor out of water, but it was dripping water out of here, which is common. Now I didn't have to paint very much on the top because of the stripes, but if I had to paint a whole top and have the gun up like that a lot of the time, I'd wrap that with paper towels and put some tape on it and keep it from dripping. But yeah, I got a couple of drips over there. That's what I was wiping off with my finger. And then I started sweating. My forehead was all dripping, but I didn't get any of that on the gun. So here's a little bug right here. Did he come right? Or no, that's, yeah, that is a bug, see him? But it's so dry now. So I guess that's a secret. Just keep the doors closed, lights out overnight, then come in the morning and I don't know. Okay, so I think that's it. I wish the silver turned out this good. I'd be happy, but okay, well that ended up being a long video. And it took quite a while to mask it up and prep it and all that stuff. So so it's going to take a while to upload. So I got to upload it right now. Get this video out by. I was ahead on videos about a week, but now today's Friday, and I got to get this out by Monday. So. Yeah, this will come out Monday, and then the following Friday, I put videos out Fridays and Mondays. So the this will be out Monday, and then the following Friday, I'll have this unmasked outside, so we can see it with the stripes and everything. I don't want to unmask anything right now. It's dry, but I'd rather wait a few hours longer. But like I said, I gotta upload this and everything, edit it. So well, next video we'll unmask it, take a look at it, and I guess we could probably take a little bit off. I'm going to come out here in a few hours and mask it off, because you don't want it completely dry. But anyway, yeah, there's the line there. Then we got the other little line here that'll be silver. Do I got to be very, very careful. We got little. Anyway, there's a sneak peek. Hopefully it's a nice smooth line like that. So yeah, silver here and silver along the sides. You can probably take one off the sides here. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, so I'm gonna go in and eat breakfast, probably take a nap for a little bit, an hour or two, then I'll come back out here and unmask all this. Yeah, and it's gonna look good. One more. There it is. It's going to be up like that all the way down. Now you can see how shiny it is. Yeah, I like that Summit paint. So anyway guys, there's a sneak peek. Next video we'll show the whole thing unmasked and put it together. I'm going to go over the cost of everything, what it costs to buy it, build it, all that, and hopefully we'll take it out for a test drive. I still got to bleed the brakes, and I'm going to be rushing to get the video done. So yeah, hopefully we take a test ride with it. Okay. Subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner of the screen. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. And we'll see y'all next video. Thanks everybody for watching.